Momentum doesn't come after motivation. It comes before motivation. A lot of times we're waiting to just finally feel motivated to get started on the things that we've been putting off and the projects we've been putting off. But the key is you actually need to get started, and then the motivation comes to do more. I think that's something we miss a lot. And if you don't know how it works, then oftentimes you'll be stuck doing absolutely nothing for so long. But if you understand that you have to build the momentum first, and that momentum will then give you the dopamine you need to stay motivated and to expand further, then you realize that at the beginning it can look ugly, it can look boring and slow, but you just have to start, because only by starting you will have sustainable motivation. Yes, sometimes you can get a burst of it. And if you have a burst of motivation, the recommendation is to do something about it immediately to secure it. If you have a brilliant idea that comes to your head and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to do this and this, do one step, write it down, send a quick email, something super small. Try to do it within the first 3 minutes of getting that motivation, and that will give your motivation a longer lifetime. But overall, motivation isn't gonna last long if you just receive it at the start. Usually you have long-lasting motivation only after you put in consistent work. And that's what I've been doing on my January reset. Today is day 14 of my January reset, where I've been taking time off work to focus on some of the projects that I wanted to get out of the way before I turned 30. And I will tell you, I've explained in my previous videos about the emotional cycle of change and how you enter a valley of despair at some point when you're starting something new, where you feel less motivated, you don't have that initial spark to do things. And I persevered, and I have been waiting to get out of that slump for a few days now. I feel like my emotions have been going up and down quite a bit, and I have been asking myself, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? I don't even know what I'm doing, every 5 minutes. And today is the first day where I feel like I got a bit of productivity in, and I'm feeling a bit better about myself. And the motivation is coming back, and it's primarily coming back because the boring, brutal, slow steps that I've been taking in the past couple days led me to finally do 1 or 2 phone calls that inspired me enough to give me a burst of motivation, and then I have been working off of that so far. Do I think I'm out of the slump? I don't know, to be honest, but I feel excited to have a good day today, and I'm curious what tomorrow is going to bring. I also feel like I have a few projects that I've been working on, and now I want to add more projects in, but I'm now stuck at the problem of how am I gonna, prioritize all of this. Everyone needs a certain amount of attention, and I'm grateful today for having this free time to do it. Even though yesterday, I kid you not, yesterday I was thinking, why do I have all this free time? I'm literally not even using it. Like, I could have just gone back to my 9 to 5 and done all this. And then today, having a bit more productivity, I was like realizing that, when you are in your 9 to 5, that amount of hours that you work is enough to tire you out enough that you don't really, it's very, very hard to do something after work because you're too tired. And so I'm like, this is the time to do it. And if this is the time to do it, maybe I should just explore all the ideas. But if I want to explore all the ideas, I need to somehow fit them in while still being manageable and understanding that, things happen every other day. There's errands to run. There is slumps like my mood yesterday and the day before that I have to address. But I think the key, and I think the message of this whole month has been consistency. And so that's what we're doing. We're staying consistent. We're doing something every day. Sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's little, but I'm moving forward and I'm continuing to record these videos. I'm sharing with you guys what I'm learning and what I know, and I hope it has been a slight bit useful to you and it's been interesting. I still don't know how this month is going to end. It's now almost been This is actually, yeah, day 14. So we are officially 2 weeks and halfway through the challenge. And I don't have much to report on yet. I feel like my social media, there was a glimpse that it might be taking off, and then now it's fallen back down. I had hopes for my birthday challenges that kind of went down. I feel like I need to dedicate more time to it, but I'm just trying to kick off the side business that I'm starting, so I'm trying to put more time into that. So I'm just trying to juggle things as I can, and there's still so much that I wanted to do that I haven't started, but it's not always easy to stay motivated every day, as you have heard every single day me commenting about this. And like I said, it doesn't feel, it's 2 weeks in, and do I feel like something crazy has happened that is life-changing? No. But do I believe that your life is one phone call away from changing, your life being changed? I do believe that. And I wonder if, looking back at this after, if I stay consistent, I will actually reap the rewards of this. So yeah, update, if you're gonna do a January challenge, you think you might have, this, be so motivated to tackle all your projects halfway through the month, you'll already have things to report on, and maybe you will be somebody who would, but for my situation, it hasn't been the case. And being inside of this reset, not looking from the outside, but being inside of this reset, it feels like nothing has changed so far. I'm doing stuff, but nothing feels like it has changed. And my motivation is very much dependent on how consistent I stay and how much I can express my emotions and get things off of, get those feelings off of me by sharing them with somebody close. Just because I feel like you go through a lot mentally every day, and it takes, determination to remain consistent and do the work while you're waiting for that motivation to catch up. So today is day 14, halfway through. We're gonna keep going.